KTN TV, radio, and TV broadcasting and podcasting. It's time for the Jesse T Show. Told you we'd come back with you. Yours truly, Jesse T, at Dark Delicacies here in Burbank on Magnolia Boulevard. We just finished up with a terrific question and answer session from all the stars that starred in this great movie called LIONHEART. Wait a minute, I just ran into somebody.
Oh my God.
Stuart Wilson here. Stuart played, well, he had a great story because he's been a stuntman forever, Bruce Willis's stuntman.
Yeah.
But every time you go out of town, you were telling us, the crowd here, that they recognize you as somebody else.
Yeah, they always go, "You're that Scottish guy in LIONHEART, aren't you?" And I go, "Yeah, but I can't believe it. You know, it's 30 years later, and I still get recognized for that, which is fantastic."
That's the impact of film.
Yeah, that is
movies.
the impact of film. Yeah, and it was a fantastic film. It was my first big break. It was, for me, it was fantastic. And like I say, you can tell a good film when people 30 years later are still talking about it.
Well, this house here was packed. This is packed to the gills here today for you guys.
It was fantastic. Yeah, I thought it was wonderful. It was very nice to come out and get some kudos for your work.
Yeah, you know, I love the story you were telling about from one of the ladies, the actresses in the Cadillac. Can you tell that story to us?
Yeah, real quick. Well, I'm fighting John Claude. He throws me, and I splay my legs out there before I hit the ground.
Yeah, he's got a kilt on.
I'm wearing a kilt, and I didn't realize that every time he throws me, this girl in this Cadillac is looking up my skirt, basically. And once she told me about that, I became very self-conscious every time we did that part of the fight.
Yeah.
You know, nothing I could do about it, but yeah. It was very interesting to wear a skirt in a fight.
So now you know what it's like, right?
Yeah. So yeah, I'll never wear a skirt again if I can help it.
No, me too.
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely right.
Exactly.
But that's terrific. I know you're signing autographs and everything and taking pictures, but I just wanted to get a few words with you because that is a memorable part of the movie. In fact, all your guys' fight scenes, like Sheldon was saying, were so individually different, and that it wasn't just a hodgepodge of fighting. It was they were thought out.
Each character was thought out. You know, the way they fought was thought out, and a lot of that had to do with Michel, who's over here, and that was it made everything unique and different, which was great. Like you said, not a hodgepodge of stuff. Nothing looked the same. It was pretty darn good.
Well, you're going to have to come down and talk a little bit about your career on our show. We broadcast live every day of the week here in Los Angeles on the Jesse T Show, both TV and radio simulcast. And love to have you down and talk about all the cool stuff that you've done over the years and maybe tell some stories that you were telling today, which were just terrific, man.
Yeah, I'd love to. I'll give you my number.
Well, before you leave, let's do something. Okay, great.
Wonderful.
Thank you. Hey, everybody, Stuart Wilson here, the Scottish guy. Hey, top of the evening to you. Yes, that's right. Good for you. Thanks a lot, man. Appreciate it. On the Jesse T Show. Hey, we got international movie star here, Bruce Wayne. What's happening, Bruce?
I'm Bruce Wayne. How you doing? Good. Today, I am so excited to hear about LIONHEART Part 2.
Yes, and you were here to hang out with your buddy, Jeff Langton.
Sure, and probably I'm going to beat him up in the film for Part 2, right?
Wouldn't that be great?
What is that thing? Instead of Van Damme, we're going to have a Chinese fighter and also along with him. How about that?
I like that, man.
Right. Hopefully he doesn't hit me in the balls. Oh, my God.
Make sure you got a cup on.
There you go.
What you got going, man? What's happening?
Well, this morning we just hosted the Hollywood International Youth Film Festival, and this is one of my friends here, Arthur.
Yeah. Yes, my name is Arthur. We just hosted, it's called
Hollywood
launching ceremony of Hollywood International Youth Film Festival. Okay, the real festival will happen October 1st to 5th. Yeah, in LA. We're going to invite some Chinese actors, and screenwriters here. Probably around 300 movies, including short movies, documentary movies, and long movies. Okay. Yeah.
Fantastic.
Of course,
did you enjoy it? Thank you. I appreciate that. Did you enjoy your time here?
Yes.
Listening to the stories of LIONHEART?
Yes, and taking pictures with our producers and stars. Yeah, very nice.
They're doing Part 2. You know that they're doing Part 2.
Well, they're working on it, from what I understand.
Yes. So technically, we're gonna get punched in the private place. I was one of the actors.
I don't know about that. Maybe I'll let you get punched in the private place.
There you go. Okay.
I'm not getting punched in the
I make sure I know how to act that off. Okay.
All right, guys. Bruce Wayne, everybody, and
Bruce Wayne Entertainment.
Arthur Penn.
Yes.
Arthur.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. And when is that event coming out? When is that happening?
When is the festival?
The festival is October 1st to 5th. Yeah.
This
year,
in
2018.
Los Angeles.
In Los Angeles, yes.
All right, we'll look for it, and thanks a lot, guys. We'll talk some more.
Thank you
All
very
right,
much.
absolutely. All right, Jesse T here.
Chinese press here. She's gonna be responsible for spreading the news of this movie throughout China.
I like that. All right.
I'm Art Camacho directing it, and
Sifu Lee, how are you doing, buddy? Excuse me. Hi, how are you?
Jesse.
Jesse T from the Jesse T Show. Hi, what's your name?
Bill.
Hi, Bill. And Sifu Lee, what's up? Did you enjoy yourself today?
Oh yeah, I know. You know what can I say? Jeff and Michelle and everybody.
The king of Kata right here, Sifu Lee, Master Lee, and it was fun listening to the stories, huh? Of all the LIONHEART stories.
Yeah, I watched it when I was a kid.
You have to excuse
Jeff's a good friend of
I just
mine.
have a cataract, so take it up. I put a new lens on. I'm not sick anything.
So now you know I have brown hair because you always used to call me Blondie.
yeah, I see.
So what?
They still had a lot of hair.
Some of the fun things that they said were really cool, wasn't it?
Yeah. Oh, forget it. It's like I watched these guys growing up as a kid, watching the movies. They were terrific, and they still are.
Yeah.
They're good
And you
people.
came all the way out from Brooklyn here
Yeah.
to see your buddy Jeff.
I'm coming to support Jeff Langton.
Wow.
Absolutely.
Yeah, he's from Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hey, Jeff.
Well, what I enjoyed most about today's event was the fact that we got to hear a lot of the background stories and how the fight scenes came along and how they started and how they worked them out. I thought that was really cool.
Yeah, it was terrific. It was terrific. Everybody enjoyed it. It was a good time. It was a good event.
Absolutely.
I'm just glad to be here, supporting my friend.
You really came from New York
Yeah,
for
from New
this?
York. Sifu Lee, what do you got coming up?
Oh, I'm doing 3 pictures. One is action, Art Camacho. One is horror. One is comedy. I'm producing all 3 of them.
Nice, man. Got Art Camacho, huh?
Yeah, Art is he's a workaholic and perfectionist. He's good.
Yeah, he can't stop working.
No, he can't. That's not in his DNA.
All right, Chief, and thank you for coming out supporting Jeff. I've known Jeff 30 years, ever since he came to California.
Great
He's a
guy.
cousin.
Yeah, well, actually, he's my brother by love,
Yeah,
not my brother by blood. Yeah, that's right. That's me, Jesse T. And I don't have any brothers or sisters. I'm the only one, so he became my adopted brother. Absolutely. All right, guys.
Let me ask you this. What is this? What's that?
That's a microphone and a light. And this is when I have this plugged in, it's here. When I don't have it plugged in, it comes through there.
Oh, I see.
So it's just kind of me and my goofy gadgets. I'm like Gadget Man.
Yeah, I could see that.
Live. This is live.
This is live. Yeah, we're going out to. We have a
YouTube.
viewing audience. Well, we actually have a viewing audience of 12 million now. And what it does, it goes back to the station here in Los Angeles, and then Lee, who's back there right now, he bounces it out live to 25 social media network sites. We've grown quite a bit since our last discussion.
Good.
And we're on about 20 radio stations nationwide and stuff. So this kind of gets bounced out.
Hey, where's your sidekick?
Hey, he's around here somewhere.
Man.
Dan the Man.
What's his sidekick?
And by the way, I gave him that nickname.
Were you?
Dan the Man, he's a ladies' man.
That's my guy, man. He's my sidekick. I don't know where he is.
He's floating around here
He
somewhere.
takes pictures and he does a lot of cool stuff.
I know.
We'll be talking. I guess we're gonna get some
Okay.
beat. I gotta go do some work here. All right. Absolutely. Well, I can't forget about this guy. I've been trying to track him down for ages, but he will never come to Los Angeles for me. But he comes to Los Angeles because Jeff Langton, and he's a great filmmaker and a director and an editor and a writer and just an all-around. He's a great dad too. His son's a baseball player. Talking about Shawn Flannagn.
Hey, Jesse, but I was looking forward to seeing you. I almost emailed you yesterday to say that I was on my way, but I figured I'd wait to see you in person.
Yeah, I'm going to. I love you, man. I just wasn't that fun.
Oh, yeah, that was, once in a lifetime.
I mean, to hang out with Sheldon. I mean, the guys did picture after picture, big picture after big picture, and all the guys got and the neat little stories. That's so cool. And now you do a lot of stuff, and the set does produce a lot of stories, doesn't it, when you're on set?
Oh, absolutely. That's, the writing is just the foundation. Once you get out there, there's just so many things that can happen, and you have to be open for those changes because they're often good ideas.
Yeah. Now, you just recently won an award at a festival or something, or you were up for an award about 2 or 3 months ago, weren't you?
We did a little film. It was an experimental movie called Jimi Kendrick, and it was nominated at the U.S. Golden Globe Awards. I couldn't make that trip, but Willie, the guy that starred in the film, he was able to make it down, and he had a good time. But another film I did back in 2005 was called The Unwilling, and so that's up on Amazon now because I spent the last 2 years re-editing the movie, and so it's much better than it was back then because...
I like the movie. I like the shots that I saw of the movie that you guys were in kind of older clothes. It was kind of a bootlegger movie with a truck.
Whiskey Slide?
Yeah, Whiskey Slide. Oh, yeah, man. How's that one doing?
What's that?
How's that one doing?
Oh, that's doing pretty good. You know, that's kind of a specialized film. It's really not, you know, something, because I actually submitted that to the distributor as well, but he wanted The Unwilling because it was more of a genre type piece. Whiskey Slide is, you know, it's somewhat of an experimental piece. We had a fun time. It gave the actors a chance to, you know, put a reel together and you know, sink their chops into
you were
something
giving
good.
a lot of guys first breaks, like a lot of the guys on stage here. They were talking about this was their first big break, Lionheart.
Right. Yeah, you know, those are some amazing stories. And hear them say that this was 30 years ago.
Oh.
I saw Lionheart the day it opened at the theater. Matter of fact, I think I saw a special sneak preview and I got a shirt. And I wore that shirt everywhere.
Oh, yeah, that was
that was like a very special to me. And it was really weird because when that movie opened, I was working out at this gym in Campbell called Pacific Coast, and one of my buddies goes, "Hey, this guy came in and he says that he works with Stallone," and so it was like Jeff, and I didn't even know him at the time. Right. And then my Jeff and I now have a mutual friend, Randy, who actually worked out at that gym. He goes, "Hey, you want to meet Jeff? He's coming into town." So I think it was like maybe 2 weeks after Lionheart opened, but when he came to town, we went out and had dinner, and then we went back to the movie. So that was a treat.
That's a good story there too, right?
Yeah.
So a lot of good things happening. So you're going to hear, kind of talk to the folks, get some autographs, take some pictures, because you and I, we're all groupies anyway. I mean, we're all fans, and we got to get those pictures.
Absolutely.
I mean, I am always.
You know, that's the great thing about making movies is that's really what it's about. It's about supporting other people, and you can never, you know. We all love movies, and we're all fans all the time. You know?
We don't get a chance to talk to you too much. We do a lot of Facebooking together and stuff like that. And congratulations to your son. He's still playing baseball, right?
He's not playing baseball anymore. He's actually going to start acting. He's getting very serious with acting.
Good.
And
all right.
I was hoping that he was going to be a baseball player because I know how difficult the film and acting world can be.
Oh, yeah.
But he seems to be very serious about that. So I'm actually working.
He's a youngster, so he's got a lot of future ahead of him.
Right. And he's talented. He's very funny. You know,
Come
he's
on,
very,
your
very
dad's
funny.
talented. What are you talking about? Now you think you had to spend some money then. Boy, you're going to be spending some money now.
Well, his friends say, "Dude, your dad's a filmmaker. You're lucky, or you know, you should jump on that." And he goes, "You know, because I tried to do things with him for a long time." He goes, "Dad, I'm not like you." But once he hears his friends saying that, he's like, "Oh, well, what am I missing out on?"
Right, absolutely. All right, Shawn. Well, I'm going to kind of bounce around a little bit more, but good to talk with you.
Good,
and
you too,
we'll talk
Jesse.
some more.
Very good.
Oh man, I love you, man.
All right.
You got to come on down when you come back to town. Come on down, do the show with me.
Yeah.
You know, and in the studio, and then we'll have a lot of fun. Play some of your clips and trailers, and get you some love that way, man.
Yeah, you're always with my Mr. Kilpatrick dude that I love.
Oh, Patrick's great.
I love
Patrick, isn't he wonderful?
Patrick Kilpatrick, I love you, man. You're great.
Yeah,
in the 80s, I watched movies, and that guy always showed up everywhere. Last Man Standing.
Oh man,
he was great.
He's always the bad guy, and he's got more. We're working on 3 projects together, him and I.
Oh, really? Yep. Nice.
Yeah, he's a great man. When I mean great man, he's just a nice guy, and his head is so, you know, he's an American patriot. His family is an American patriot family. Goes all the way back to the Revolutionary War, his family.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a great story, and so him and I have a lot in common in that area. But Patrick Kilpatrick, we love you.
Yeah.
He just got off the set in Morocco for the last 2 weeks.
Well, and I just got to tell you, my family is the first family of San Fernando. You know the Lopez Adobe?
Get away from her.
You know the Lopez Adobe? That's my family.
Go away from me.
Swear to God.
No way.
I swear to you, my grandmother My grandmother's father is Raymond Biscaluz, who's related to the Eugene Biscaluz, and the Lopez Adobe. And I finally, this weekend, tomorrow, I'm going to see it for the first time.
You know, we got an Irish Mexican right here.
Basque.
You're Basque. Yeah, Basque. So you guys were you shepherds? Because the Basque people
They were sheep herders, yeah. But you know, on the Basque side of my family, Eugene Biscaluz was the sheriff in Los Angeles County in the 30s and the 40s. He was the first superintendent of the Highway Patrol. So we go way back.
You just never know. You never know until you start talking to people what they're all about. Wow, I know that place well, and I know the history of San Fernando because I sell a lot of real estate in this town.
Another thing, you're really great. I've always wanted to meet your camera guy. Hey, Joe, how are you? It's great. You're always right there with Jesse T.
Just right here, man. Cameraman Joe. Camera Joe, baby.
Yeah,
I love it. Well, you know, this thing kind of gets me into places I can't go normally.
Right. You know, like 7-Eleven?
Yes, well, I just whip it out, man. Thank you. We'll talk. All right. Shawn Flannagn, everybody. Excuse me. Thank you. Absolutely. Wonderful. So a lot of stars, a lot of people here hanging out. A lot of good, cool stuff going on here. Let's see who we can talk to. Let's see who else we can talk to. And who's here. Got people standing in the line. Yeah, we're going to all go. And you're going to pay. You're going to pay. I want you to pay. Because you know why? Because I just gave my wife a ton of money. Well, Mama T's a good girl, man. She gave me 2 beautiful children. You met Mama T? Yes. Yeah, that's right. Can you imagine she's put up with me for 43 years?
That long?
Since I'm 15 years old. Yeah, been married 29 years, but she put up with me since I was for 43. I have a hard time putting up with myself for 5 minutes. Man, I used to love myself a lot, but now I'm not in love with myself, so nothing's working for me lately. Yes, it's a Jesse T show comedy routine, in effect, at Dark Delicacies. Absolutely. So, all right. So, what's going on here? You can see everybody's signing autographs, and everybody's having a great time here. And of course, this was for the movie Lionheart. We're goofing around. That's Van Damme and Lionheart. And when the streets are a jungle, there can only be one king. And Stuart Johnson here. I'm going to switch the cameras around here. Okay, and take it here. All right, here we go. Come on, switch around. All right, there's Stuart Johnson, everybody. Got Jeff Langton right here, signing autographs. Jeff Langton plays Sonny. I don't know whether to fight you. Jeff Langton, everybody, right there. Absolutely. And Michel Qussi, right here, everybody. Michel Qussi. Terrific director Sheldon Littich. Sheldon. Howard Page. Harris Page, that is. Signing autographs. Paco Prieto. Signing here. Big line still. Kind of going through Dark Delicacies here. Just terrific. Sifu Lee's still here. Kind of doing the 360 Bruce Wynn. So, you know, where we're at here, we're on Magnolia Boulevard in Burbank. We just had a great question and answer session. It was just terrific. All about the movie Lionheart. 30 years ago now, this movie was produced and a big hit, made over $8 million so far. And yes, that's me. Hi, how are you? Hop on this side of me. I saw you over there. What's happening?
Oh, just wonderful things. It's really nice to be here. It's a great turnout for Lionheart.
You know, this place was a great turnout. It was packed.
Yeah.
I haven't seen this place packed like this in a long time.
Yeah, it's wonderful and such a wonderful thing, you know, with Lionheart. And
30 years ago.
To really think about bringing it back for number 2.
You know something?
So.
I think they should. I think what Jeff Langton was talking about, I'm all for that.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be great to see the older guys come back and reprise their roles. And
well,
then
being as
with a younger
mentors
crew?
with a younger crowd,
Yeah, for the younger crew.
martial artists and stuff. And, you know, it's kind of funny because right behind me, I have actually
here.
somebody that I know. This
Hello.
is Gabriel.
Hey, Gabriel.
And,
How are you?
Jesse T.
Nice to meet you,
Jesse
Jesse T.
Yeah, he actually is one of my guests here today, and he's a martial artist as well, and an up-and-coming actor. So,
What is your martial art?
I train in Taekwondo right now. Yeah, I currently train in Taekwondo, and I train in stunts with a guy named Mike Chat at XMA. He's trained a lot of people from like Taylor Lautner to he trained Will Smith's kids. So it's an honor to be able to train with. And I think he's like a 7-time world champion in Taekwondo. So it's I've had an honor to really train with some amazing people in LA.
Would it be great to be cast in a Lionheart too?
It would be. It would be. The first one was amazing. I grew up. I loved martial art movies, but I wasn't always adamant about watching them. I saw Lionheart, thought it was great, so this is
Well,
really
you know,
cool.
He's
to
a
see.
youngster. He's not
Yeah.
30 years old. So.
I know, but he.
I'm going to
you
be
know
30
what?
actually this year.
But
I know
you
I don't look
what?
it, but I'll be 30 this year.
Jesus, man, I was going to card you.
But like they were saying, you know, all the martial arts films from Kickboxer, Lionheart, Bloodsport, and all those type of movies have really influenced the younger crowd.
Oh yeah, there's no doubt about that.
Everybody that joins martial arts as a young child is they're introduced to
One of
these
the
type of
things is
films.
because there's no wires, there's no
Yeah.
CGI,
No,
there's no.
not back
it's
in
not,
those days.
No, those days these were guys that they went out and sometimes they got their nose broke. I mean,
Yeah.
this is how it was. There's a great story from Uncle Judo Gene LaBelle. And he talks about when Bruce Lee first came on the set for the Green Hornet.
Yes.
And they had to tell Bruce Lee, listen, Gene LaBelle was this, man of 2,000 stunts. Gene LaBelle is the greatest. And he tells a story that when Bruce came on the set after the first day of shooting, he had to take him aside and he had to say, look, you got to slow down, or we have to create a routine that you can do all the time, over and over, because
Yeah.
you're too fast. And our stunt guys can't react to
They
it fast
can't
enough.
react to it.
Look at the old school Jackie Chan back when he was in
Yes.
China, and then when he came here, he was getting hurt all the time because of the stunts that he was doing.
Well, there's a big resurgence of movies like Martial Arts Kid and that are coming back
Karate
now,
Kid and all of that
and all of that
stuff,
stuff is happening. So we hope to get a movie back here. That would be cool.
It's,
Yeah, I'm really
the industry is
excited.
cyclical. It really is. The industry is so cyclical, and the people love nostalgia. I was just at the mall yesterday and going through certain stores, and like nostalgia from I'm a 90s kid, so seeing like shirts and stuff like that, it's like nostalgia really is one of the most powerful forces. And when
Funny
you
to
get
hear
enough-
him say he's a 90s kid.
Yeah, I know. And we're way back when.
I'm
but I'm
a
just saying, like-
60s kid, 1960, brother.
But see, that's the thing. So I mean, even with any generation, there's nostalgia. I'm sure when you hear songs or when you see things from back in the 60s, you get nostalgic. Like going back to even the 80s, when people see this kind of stuff, they get nostalgic.
What's really cool
to it.
is the fact that they know, and they understand.
Most of the time in the 1970s, the only nostalgia I had in the 1970s has been forgotten because my brain was so fried.
From all the 60s?
No, from the 70s.
Oh, even from the
I learned to watch. I watched the older brothers and sisters of my friends
Grateful
in the
Dead and all
60s.
that.
But by the 70s, I was already experimenting.
You know what though?
Don't do that.
As an actor,
what I
though, you
already
do
do?
your research for a lot of different
research,
things.
right?
Yeah,
That's right.
Exactly. You've got to do research for movies. You know.
Yeah,
It's all
so
research, all
that
research
you know what you're doing when you go after those roles and
You
stuff.
tell my my Italian Spanish dad that, or you reach back in time and tell my Scott Irish mother.
There you go.
Oh Lord, no.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's good to see you in
Yeah,
here.
so it's really good to see you. Got to give a shout out to MDK Radio Show and Save America's Children. He is actually one of my superhero extreme artists that's going to be in our movie and the children's book, which is going to be into a cartoon series as well. Yeah, and it all has to do with bullying and violence.
Well, you got to come in because I'm the director in Los Angeles of the Coalition Against Human Trafficking for 10 years.
And we have
So
our
come on
good-
down to the show.
We have our good bracelet as well. That's going to be a part of that also. That will help towards human trafficking. I'm not sure if you're aware of Paola. She's real close with us right now, and so we're doing a lot of stuff together, and we're really excited where we're going and
Great.
stuff. So.
Come on down. come to the Jesse T Show down by Sony Studios.
Thank
We're
you
on
for
every
the
day of the week.
invitation.
And we'll get
I'll
you
bring
on with-
Michelle.
Bring Michelle. Bring the whole gang.
Yes.
'Cause, you know, I run out of things to say. Yeah, right.
Thank you, Jesse. It was a pleasure.
Thanks. Good luck to you, brother.
Thank you. It was a pleasure meeting you. Thank you so
Gabriel.
much.
All right, Gabriel, everybody. Gabriel.
Nice to meet you, Jesse.
All right, I'm going to give you a little point. I'm going to give you a little push. Tell the fans how to keep in touch with you.
You can find me on Instagram at GABRIEL, my first name, my last name BELLOTTI 88. So that's at Gabriel Velotti 88. You can see some of my acting stuff, some of my stunt stuff there, and if you like what you see, let me know.
Give him a job.
Yes, please.
Please. All right, I get at least 7.5% for that, okay?
Oh yeah, of
Okay,
course.
thank you. Dan the man, what you doing, buddy? Where you been?
America about Bruce.
Oh, okay. You're talking about Bruce.
Yeah, Bruce Lee.
Right. You knew Bruce, right?
1967.
Right? When he was in Oakland, right?
Yeah, I was in Oakland. He came to school much as work out before he formed the JKD.
Yeah.
Long time ago. I started young because my father started. I was watching him work out when I was 2 years old.
I talked to Hawkins Chung, Bruce Lee's childhood friend from Hong Kong, and he tells some great stories. He used to train with us. Gary Lamb is my Sifu, and Gary's my Sifu, and Hawkins used to come over every Sunday, and he would tell great stories and train with people that Gary felt was worthy of his time. And I got at the end. Was able to train a little bit and roll with Hawkins Chung and tell the story, and he would tell great stories of Bruce Lee, great stories, because they were pals.
It's good to have. Any story is you can tell. It's good. I used to hang around with Bruce Lee's mom, Grace, and then Shannon and Brandon was a little boy and girl at the time, and then I also hang around with Robert Lee, Bruce's brother, and Phoebe is still in San Francisco. That's Bruce Lee's sister. He's older. She's older.
Yeah. She's probably somewhere in her close to 80 now.
I don't know. Maybe she's older than me for sure.
Well, you're only, 26?
Yeah, I wish.
All right. Absolutely. Okay. So we're going to shut down here, and we're going to come back in just a few minutes. We're going to come back and interview some of the guys as they're doing all their autographs here. We're going to be back with you here in just a few seconds on the Jesse T Show at Dark Delicacies here on Magnolia in Burbank, and we just had a great question and answer session for Lionheart and all the great stars and fighters of Lionheart, and the terrific director Sheldon Littich. He's here, and we're going to talk to him and talk to everybody here on the Jesse T Show in just a few. So we'll be back with you as we take a break right here across the network. We'll see you in a bit.